back to my channel. What's up, everybody? It's been rough, right? January. Chill out. I decided to talk about this topic in this video just because it has been one of my biggest explorations and epiphanies of my life and about life, that a routine is essential to living a good life or getting the most out of life, which is kind of contradictory to everything that I believed prior. Obviously, with everything going on in the recent years, where am I? With everything in the past several months that has happened, that has affected all of us in different ways, the number one thing that I learned about myself was that I don't have a routine. Also, even if you did have a routine, everything you knew about your routine was completely different now. All I knew prior to being home all of the time was not. I just remember thinking how crazy it was that I was paying for an apartment that I was barely ever in. I mean, I would wake up every single morning, Monday through Friday, know that I had to get ready for work, commute to work, spend 8+ hours at work, and if I had no plans, which some days I did, some days I didn't, I would go back home, cook some dinner, hang out with myself for like a few hours, and then go back to sleep, do it all over again. And I remember even on the weekends, like, the main thing that was on my to-do list on the weekends was get the hell out of the house. Whether that was shopping, eating, hanging out with friends, visiting family, I was doing one of those things every single weekend. I didn't realize how much I relied on so many things to kind of keep myself occupied and busy. I planned my kind of me time around work and around everything that I had to do already. My commute to work was solely for me. Like, that's when I would listen to podcasts or songs, my favorite music, whatever, and I would clock into work and then clock out at the end of the day. When all of that changed, it was really hard for me to kind of know what the fuck to do. I mean, not only was our routine completely changed, but it was being completely changed for a very terrible reason. You could see the silver lining in working from home and maybe moving back in with your family, but I think it's important to not ignore that this all happened because of a very negative thing that happened. Not only did I realize that I needed to find a routine for myself to kind of adjust to this new normal. I'm sorry, I had to say that. I had to find one that was going to maintain my mental health in a really positive light. So here are 10 habits that I try to do every single day that have completely changed my mental health. So the first one is stretching, yoga. Some people are good at it, some people aren't. I am not. I've tried yoga. I'm not very flexible. Apart from whatever you're seeing on the screen, I am not naturally flexible. But just stretching my body and moving it after kind of tossing and turning in the same two positions 8 hours of the night is, one, just so beneficial for your physical health, but I think for your mental health too. I've heard so much of like, oh, we hold so much stress in our bodies, and I truly believe that. I mean, this is why I go weekly, monthly to my chiropractor to get adjusted and also to get a massage, because my body is just one that aches and feels like it's gonna break every second of the day if I don't stretch it out and do these things that take care of it. I do notice when I don't do yoga, it completely messes up my day. Like, my hips get tight, and then that leads to like a headache. I'm really prone to headaches, so that's another thing. But just like stretching my neck, the smallest things make the biggest differences, and I think that's so relevant to yoga. So if you are someone like me that is terrified of yoga, and rightfully so, I think change your perspective of it and realize that yoga is really just stretching. It's not these huge poses that, I mean, it is, but it doesn't have to be these big, really hard poses for everyone. For me, yoga and stretching is what I make it, and really like what works for my body, for my flexibility level. So adjust to your lifestyle, not every yoga pose is good for every body. But yoga is definitely a form of meditation for me that has completely changed my mental health. The next one is just making a cup of coffee. I know it sounds kind of silly and corny, but I'm a huge coffee lover, I feel like. I mean, it's definitely the coffee that makes a difference in my daily routine and my productivity, but it's the making the coffee that really does it for me. I hope by now everyone that has transitioned to working from home has figured out their coffee routine, because I feel like that's essential. Like, you cannot be buying a coffee every single day. You just can't. I do it on special days like a Friday or a Monday if I'm struggling. Figuring out my coffee routine has been one of my favorite things about staying home. I have found my personal routine to be using the AeroPress simple syrup in the vanilla flavor that is important, oat milk, the barista blend. That's also important. Luckily, these things are easily attainable at your local Target or Walmart maybe, or grocery store. It tastes, in my opinion, better than Starbucks. Just my opinion. Just having that, I think, has been really important and good for my mental health, just because I'm the type of person that needs coffee every single morning. I didn't think I was that kind of person, but don't talk to me before I've had my coffee. Just do this with your breakfast, you know, like make that thing that you consume every single morning special, because we deserve it. Next thing is literally sitting outside every single morning. Whether you're at home at your parents' or if you live in an apartment, since we are inside for hours on end, it's really important for me to go outside. Being in nature, also like being close to nature, sitting on the ground, having your feet on the ground. They say hugging trees is like super good for your mental health. And so sitting outside on my parents' porch is just like, it's fucking blissful for me. The sun hits it in the perfect spot, so you feel the warmth of the sun. I don't know, it's a huge moment every single day for me to sit outside and just be with nature. Next habit that I kind of do is I get ready every single day now. In the beginning of quarantine, I really was not getting ready. I was just not wearing makeup because I truly felt like it was a waste. I was like, why am I gonna waste my foundation when I don't see anybody? I don't know when I kind of transitioned into, okay, like I think we need to get ready, because at this point we're just like deteriorating and we don't remember what we look like with makeup. So the time that I use to get ready is also a form of meditation. I'm clearing out my thoughts and just adding in the intentions for my day. Makeup is fun and just getting ready is fun. Don't get me wrong, there are some days where I just don't wear makeup and it just is one of those days where I'm just like, meh, not today. I'm not saying you have to put on makeup to get ready every single day, but again, whatever getting ready for yourself looks like, do it. Like, it's just a mental kind of shift for myself that I just need. Another thing is switching out your apps. Your like go-to apps, like switch them out, please. Okay, that's me talking to myself. Social media, man, it is completely taking over our lives. And if you aren't aware of it, girl, watch the Netflix documentary. Since we're all at home and have more time for ourselves, we're scrolling. So I realized there's two things that I can do. One, put my phone away, like literally throw it away. Or instead of going straight to Instagram, straight to YouTube, straight to Twitter, I go somewhere else. Another app that is definitely better than Instagram. So one of the apps that I have incorporated into my like go-to apps is Blinkist, and this is not sponsored. This is genuinely just an app that I found, and I've realized that it's actually like a positive app and one that encourages learning, gaining knowledge, and growing. That is how I heard of the Wim Hof method. I have this like pocketbook of knowledge in my hand. So it's like Do you want to go to Instagram or do you want to go to Blinkist and learn some shit? I have also subscribed to some newsletters and also magazines. The Daily Trade, they are just constantly shouting out important brands or important habits, important books. I don't know, I like newsletters, so I suggest kind of doing your research and subscribing to a few, seeing what you like, and just seeing if it works for you. The next one is taking a walk. Literally just taking a walk. If you have a really populated area, I do suggest taking a mask or finding a less populated area where you can just be by yourself. If you don't have a dog or feel weird walking around your block because people are judgy, go get your mail. Like, make a routine out of really anything that you can just walk to, like anything that gets you outside. Another habit that I try to incorporate in my everyday routine is doing a good deed, no matter what it is. For me, it's been picking up trash along my walk. Those things make me feel good and also do good. I used to think that I had to like save the entire environment in one day. The small things make a big difference. Now it's a part of my routine. I know I'm gonna feel good after. Find that thing for you. Something that isn't for you, but is at the same time. The next habit that I try to incorporate in my everyday routine is watching the sunset or watching the sunrise. Since my window is north facing, south facing, shit. Sunrise is on the east. It's east facing. I make sure to open it up and watch the sun kind of rise. Just seeing it at its early hours of the day is so beautiful. Again, just shifting into this is a new day, this is a new morning, like set your intentions, feel the light and just like go with it, you know, feel inspired. Next one is quality time. Whatever that looks like for you right now, since I am living with family again, I really do like making time to spend with my family. Also, I think something that's not really talked about right now is how friendships are kind of hard to maintain right now. FaceTiming friends is something that I've had to learn to incorporate in my everyday routine or weekly routine at least. Keeping up with friends and checking in. Luckily, I have friends that I can just FaceTime or call whenever and they'll answer and we'll just like naturally talk for hours. So I really hope that you guys also have those people in your life. Whatever quality time means for you, do it. The last thing is making my nightly cup of tea. It's huge. That's it. That's all. But no, I've found that chamomile for me is like my go-to nighttime tea. It's a really calming herb. For me, it just helps me start to slow down mentally and physically. Sleep is a major thing that a lot of us are struggling with. I mean, I've always had really good sleep up until this point in life and the pandemic. I've always hated tea until I started mixing in milk with it. So again, using the oat milk barista blend that I plugged earlier, pour that into your tea along with honey, and it tastes amazing and it's just so warm for your belly and for your body. Every single night that I drink chamomile tea before bed, I sleep as good as I can. So that is the end of this video. I hope it was really helpful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the support on my last video. Also, I'm really liking this new kind of YouTube Jess in 2021 and I hope you guys are too. Let me know if you guys like this video by giving me a thumbs up, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the bell for post notifications. Let me know also if you guys have any daily habits that you guys incorporate in your routine. I ask you guys every single time I am planning an upload a question about the video's topic, so if you guys want to get ahead on that and maybe be featured in a future video, make sure to follow me on Instagram at @IamJessValadez, and I will see you guys in the next video. Say bye! Extra habit, cuddle with your cat. Foster a cat and cuddle with them. Super good for your mental health. Super good.